On our path to self-improvement, a growth mindset is among the most crucial traits we can develop. We can rise to challenges, learn from our errors, and keep becoming better when we have a growth mindset. To learn how to cultivate a growth mindset, we will examine the teachings of the renowned samurai and philosopher Miyamoto Musashi in this video. First and foremost, relish the process. It's simple to become consumed in the chase of objectives in our fast-paced world and lose sight of the importance of savoring the trip. Miyamoto Musashi reminds us that real growth and fulfillment come from the process itself. When we approach challenges and tasks with a joyful attitude, we foster an optimistic outlook that strengthens our willpower and fortitude as we work toward acquiring a growth mindset. It's critical to enjoy each moment of the journey, whether we're conquering challenges, picking up new skills, or working on a project. By putting all of our attention into the task at hand and embracing the process with curiosity and excitement, we can completely enjoy the joy of learning and development. Developing an attitude of thankfulness is one way to increase our enjoyment of the process. Rather than focusing on our shortcomings or potential problems, we can change our viewpoint and recognize the opportunities and resources that are at our disposal. Being grateful enables us to face obstacles with a positive outlook, which enhances the enjoyment and fulfillment of the journey. Furthermore, when we enjoy the process, we are more willing to try new things and take chances. We are willing to try new things and venture outside of our comfort zones because we understand that even if we fail or have setbacks, the experience will still be valuable. Through adopting an attitude of inquiry and wonder, we unlock our creative potential and find new avenues for development. It's crucial to keep in mind that enjoying the process does not imply disregarding the objectives or results at hand. Instead, it entails taking pleasure in the little triumphs, the wisdom gained, and the development of oneself that happens along the road. By appreciating each day and acknowledging accomplishments, we establish a constructive feedback loop that keeps us motivated and involved in our quest for personal growth. Therefore, in order to cultivate a growth mindset, we must change our emphasis from only accomplishing goals to enjoying the journey through enthusiasm, thankfulness, and curiosity. Thankfulness and curiosity. We are able to develop an optimistic outlook that helps us move forward. So let's set out on this journey with open minds and hearts, prepared to relish each stop along the way. Number 2, acknowledge your mistakes. According to Miyamoto Musashi, errors are not signs of failure, but rather priceless chances to improve and cultivate a growth mindset. When we make mistakes, it's critical to accept them and grow from them rather than letting them demoralize or define us. Experiencing disappointment or frustration is normal, but Musashi shows us that how we handle these setbacks is what matters most. We ought to approach our failures with an attitude of inquiry and introspection rather than obsessing over them. The first step in learning from mistakes is accepting accountability and ownership for our deeds, rather than placing the blame on other people or outside forces. We have to take responsibility for the result. Being self-aware enables us to see our areas of improvement and take proactive measures to advance, to efficiently absorb lessons from errors. It is crucial to practice self-reflection. This entails objectively analyzing our actions and looking at the decisions we made, the reasoning behind them, and the outcomes that followed. We can learn a great deal about our advantages, disadvantages, and potential growth areas. Apart from introspection, getting input from other people can offer a new viewpoint and insightful observations. We can learn from our mistakes and the effects of our actions on those around us by receiving constructive criticism. We can quicken our own development if we accept criticism with an open mind and a desire to learn. Adapting our methods and strategies is another aspect of learning from mistakes. Musashi highlighted the value of adaptability and flexibility in the face of difficulties. When we experience failures, we ought to see them as chances to improve our strategies and explore different angles. We can find new answers and enhance our future results by being flexible and willing to try new things. Reframing mistakes as stepping stones toward success, instead of seeing them as signs of incompetence or failure, is essential to developing a growth mindset. They ought to be viewed as essential experiences that further our personal development. Every error we make improves our resilience, imparts priceless lessons, and gives us the information we need to overcome setbacks in the future. Thus, cultivating a growth mindset necessitates learning from mistakes. By approaching mistakes with curiosity, introspection, and a willingness to adapt, we can turn setbacks into opportunities for personal development. Number 3. Take an active interest in learning. Miyamoto Musashi recognized the enormous worth of knowledge and its significance for one's own development. We need to actively seek out knowledge and practice continuous learning if we want to develop a growth mindset. Seeking knowledge proactively entails being proactive in broadening our comprehension of the world and gaining new abilities. It entails actively searching out opportunities for learning, whether through formal education, reading literature, going to workshops, or having deep discussions with people. We broaden our horizons and improve our lives by exposing ourselves to fresh viewpoints, concepts, and insights. Having a healthy sense of curiosity is one of the most important components of actively seeking knowledge. By viewing the world with a curious mindset, Musashi felt that curiosity is the fuel that propels intellectual growth. We become receptive to novel concepts and experiences. We challenge presumptions, pose queries, and look for new information. We can continuously learn and adapt thanks to this curiosity-driven approach. Promoting self-motivation and a growth mindset are essential for actively seeking knowledge. In addition to curiosity, it necessitates a willingness to put in the time and effort necessary to learn new things, as well as a personal commitment to lifelong learning. Setting clear learning objectives, putting together an organized study schedule, and continuing to be disciplined and persistent in our quest of knowledge are all ways to foster this kind of self-motivation. Actively seeking knowledge also entails looking for a variety of viewpoints and information sources. Musashi thought it was vital to expose ourselves to a variety of perspectives, cultures, and academic fields in order to widen our perspectives and prevent narrow-mindedness. We get a broader perspective on the world and cultivate a more adaptive and flexible way of thinking. In addition to improving our cognitive capacities, actively seeking knowledge gives us the ability to make wise decisions and take measured risks. It gives us insightful knowledge and useful abilities that we can use in many facets of our lives. We become more resilient, adaptive, and better able to handle the difficulties and complexities of life as we continue to learn and broaden our knowledge. In order to cultivate a growth mindset through embracing curiosity, self-motivation, and a commitment to lifelong learning, one must actively pursue knowledge. We can reach our greatest potential and develop personally over time. Number 4. Welcome difficulties. Miyamoto Musashi understood that developing a growth mindset requires facing and overcoming obstacles. In order to experience real growth and development, we need to develop the ability to view challenges as chances for growth, learning, and personal development. To welcome challenges is to approach them with optimism and a resilient mindset. We meet challenges, head on, curious, and determined, rather than running from or fearing them. We are aware that challenges provide us important chances to push ourselves to the limit, learn new abilities, and realize our full potential. It's normal to experience discomfort or annoyance when faced with challenges, but by reinterpreting setbacks as worthwhile educational opportunities, Musashi shows us that these difficulties are not barriers to be overcome, but rather stepping stones on our journey toward personal development. We can change our viewpoint and tackle them with excitement, seeing challenges as chances for self-discovery is one of the essential components of welcoming difficulties. We have the opportunity to discover more about our character, including our strengths, shortcomings, and potential growth areas. When we face challenges compel us to step outside of our comfort zones and acquire new abilities, viewpoints, and tactics. We discover hidden potential and develop a greater awareness of our own abilities via this process. Accepting challenges helps us develop resiliency and tenacity. Adversity, overcoming endurance, is what Musashi considers to be true strength. We develop resilience when we take on and overcome challenges. The ability to pick oneself up after failures and press on. This resilience turns into a valuable tool for overcoming obstacles in the future and tenaciously pursuing our objectives. Accepting challenges also helps us develop a growth mindset by motivating us to take an active role in solving problems. Rather than allowing obstacles to depress or overwhelm us, we view them as riddles to be solved. We use our imaginations, look for different approaches, and get better with every try. Embracing challenges is a crucial part of cultivating a growth mindset because it empowers us to solve problems creatively and adjust to shifting conditions. We can turn obstacles into drivers of our own development if we approach them with optimism, see them as chances for self-improvement, build resilience, and take a proactive approach to problem solving. Number 5, maintain consistency and focus. In order to cultivate a growth mindset, Miyamoto Musashi stressed the value of consistency and focus in attaining personal growth and mastery. We have to develop a habit of being consistent and keep our eyes fixed on our dreams. Being dependable entails consistently putting in the time and effort, regardless of obstacles or failures. It entails settling on a consistent routine or practice that is in line with our objectives and core beliefs. Maintaining consistency fosters resilience and discipline, which enable us to advance gradually and get past potential roadblocks. Also, consistency supports the development of constructive routines and behaviors. When we take consistent action toward our personal development, those actions become ingrained in our daily lives. Whether it's studying, working out, honing a skill, or working on personal projects. Maintaining momentum and laying the groundwork for long-term success requires consistent effort. Sustaining concentration is another essential component of developing a growth mindset, along with consistency. Musashi felt that by focusing our attention and energy on our objectives, we can achieve excellence through the power of single-minded focus. We put an end to diversions and maintain our course. We can maximize the use of our time and resources when we put in focused effort, maximizing our capacity for development and success. Setting goals in order of importance and removing distractions from our work are essential for improving focus. Keeping a clear vision of our goals will help us set clear objectives, break them down into manageable steps, and create a structured plan of action. We are able to maintain our motivation and focus our efforts on making real progress. Self-control and good time management are also necessary for being consistent and focused. It entails choosing wisely how to spend our time and energy, giving jobs that support our objectives and moral principles top priority. By exercising self-control and refraining from putting things off, we foster an atmosphere that is favorable to development and success. Perseverance and consistency go hand in hand. Musashi realized that there will be times of uncertainty and difficulty along the way to mastery. We can overcome these obstacles and carry on forward motion, though, if we maintain our consistency and attention. Being resilient is essential to cultivating a growth mindset because it enables us to view setbacks as chances for improvement. Therefore, developing a growth mindset requires being consistent and focused, just as committing to consistent effort does. Keeping our eyes fixed firmly on our objectives. Exercising self-control and overcoming obstacles with persistence. We establish the circumstances necessary for ongoing development and progress. Let us adopt consistency and focus as our guiding concepts as we work to realize our greatest potential. Number 6. Be mindful and adapt. In his writings, Miyamoto Musashi stressed the value of being perceptive and flexible in our quest for individual development. In order to foster a growth mindset, we have to pay attention, be open to criticism, and be prepared to change course when necessary. Being totally present in the here and now while actively monitoring our thoughts, deeds, and environment is what it means to pay attention. It entails being conscious of our advantages, disadvantages, and potential growth areas. By being vigilant, we can spot trends, spot chances for development, and arrive at wise choices. Being receptive to criticism from others is another aspect of paying attention. Musashi thought that criticism is a great way to gain knowledge and understanding. We can better understand ourselves and our actions by actively seeking feedback and listening to various points of view. We can pinpoint our blind spots, hone our strategy, and make the required corrections to enhance our performance with the aid of constructive criticism. Being adaptive is essential to cultivating a growth mindset. In addition to paying attention, Musashi understood that progress requires the capacity to modify our tactics and methods. When we run into difficulties or setbacks, being flexible enables us to change course, consider other options, and discover fresh avenues for achieving our objectives. Accepting change and ambiguity is another aspect of adaptability. Since the world is always changing, there may be times when we need to modify our goals or viewpoints. By developing an adaptable mentality, unexpected obstacles can be overcome with resiliency and inventiveness. By effectively paying attention and making adjustments, we can take advantage of opportunities for growth and innovation when we adapt to new circumstances. It's critical to develop self-awareness. This entails routinely examining our feelings, ideas, and actions. Gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves allows us to identify patterns that might be impeding or restraining our progress. Being self-aware empowers us to deliberate and make decisions that lead to the results we want. Furthermore, being willing to move outside of our comfort zones is necessary in order to pay attention and adjust. Musashi thought that by pushing past our comfort zones and embracing discomfort, we can grow by taking risks and trying new things. We increase our capacity and acquire new abilities. Venturing beyond our comfort zones cultivates flexibility and readies us for life's constant state of flux. Being perceptive, open to criticism, flexible, and self-aware are therefore crucial components of cultivating a growth mindset. As such, paying attention and making adjustments are crucial. We are all capable of ongoing self-improvement and learning. Let's embrace the benefit of being mindful of the here and now, getting input from others and making the required changes as we proceed on our path of self-improvement. Number 7. Have a receptive mind. Miyamoto Musashi understood the value of having a growth mindset and being receptive to new information in order to advance and broaden our perspectives, abilities, and knowledge. We need to approach life with an open mind, humility, and readiness to try new things, recognizing that we are not experts and that there is always space for development and progress is a necessary part of being receptive to new information. It entails letting go of assumptions and being open to fresh perspectives, comments, and viewpoints. Taking on an attitude of a beginner allows us to see countless opportunities for growth and learning. Looking for chances to try new things is one way to be open to learning. This can be venturing beyond our comfort zones, attempting novel pursuits, or acquainting ourselves with diverse cultures, fields of study, or perspectives. We can broaden our understanding of the world and broaden our horizons by taking risks and exploring the unknown. Furthermore, good communication and attentive listening are necessary for being receptive to new information. Musashi was a strong proponent of having in-depth discussions and sharing ideas with people while paying close attention to their points of view. We have the ability to learn new things and question our own beliefs. By having productive conversations, we can connect with others and gain knowledge from a variety of experiences. To be receptive to learning is to accept setbacks as a chance for improvement. Musashi recognized that failures and errors are a necessary component of learning. Failure need not depress us. Rather, it can be seen as a teaching moment and a chance for growth, adaptation, and learning. When we adopt a growth mindset, we regard setbacks as opportunities for improvement. Curiosity and a passion for lifelong learning must be nurtured in order to promote an open-minded mindset. This can be accomplished by reading books, going to seminars or workshops, enrolling in classes, or doing independent study as we constantly seek knowledge and broaden our horizons. We maintain our mental acuity and flexibility. Furthermore, admitting our own limitations and asking for assistance when necessary are all parts of being receptive to new information. Musashi understood the importance of taking advice from mentors and studying under people who are knowledgeable in fields we want to pursue. A sincere dedication to development and ongoing progress is demonstrated by having the humility to seek advice or assistance. In order to cultivate a growth mindset, one must approach life with curiosity, humility, and an openness to new experiences. This requires being open to learning. We provide chances for people to advance personally. Let's maintain an open mind. Look for and welcome fresh information and experiences, and celebrate lifelong learning. Number 8. Pay attention to your personal development. One of the most important aspects of developing and nurturing a growth mindset, according to Miyamoto Musashi, is concentrating on personal growth. We have to put our own growth first. We should always strive to become better versions of ourselves and invest time and energy in our personal development. Focusing on personal development entails consciously choosing to invest in oneself. Prioritizing personal growth entails allocating specific time and resources to augment our abilities, broaden our understanding, and improve our general welfare. We lay the groundwork for ongoing development and personal growth, establishing specific objectives and creating a development roadmap. That is, figuring out what we want to accomplish and breaking it down into manageable steps, are two ways to focus on personal growth. We can monitor our development and maintain motivation. Establishing goals gives us focus and direction, directing our efforts in the direction of significant growth. In addition, focusing on personal development necessitates introspection and self-awareness. Musashi thought it was vital to regularly reflect on our feelings, ideas, and actions in order to gain a profound understanding of who we are. We become more aware of our advantages, disadvantages, and potential growth areas. Being self-aware enables us to make deliberate decisions and match our behavior with our objectives and core values. Focusing on personal development requires not only introspection, but also getting input from others. We can gain important insights and viewpoints from feedback from mentors, peers, or reliable people that we might not be aware of otherwise. We can get a deeper comprehension of who we are and pinpoint areas in which we still have room to improve. A commitment to lifelong learning is another aspect of focusing on personal development. This can be accomplished by reading books, going to seminars or workshops, enrolling in classes, or doing independent study to broaden our skill sets and learn new things. We maintain our mental acuity and flexibility. The basis of personal development is lifelong learning, which also helps us to remain relevant in a world that is changing all the time. Focusing on personal development calls for consistency and discipline. It entails deciding to persistently participate in developmental activities, despite obstacles or diversions. Discipline helps us develop resilience and habits that advance us on our path to personal development. Prioritizing our own development and focusing on personal growth is essential to developing a growth mindset. Establishing precise objectives, thinking back on oneself, requesting comments, accepting lifelong learning, and upholding self-control. We lay the groundwork for continued development and advancement. Let's commit to our personal development and reach our greatest potential. Number 9. Develop patience. Miyamoto Musashi understood how important it is to practice patience in order to have a growth mindset. The capacity to maintain composure and perseverance in the face of difficulties, setbacks, or delays is known as patience. Setbacks or delay, it is essential to our personal development and enables us to overcome challenges with resiliency and tenacity. Understanding that growth is a gradual process and that progress takes time are essential components of developing patience. Musashi thought that real mastery needed long-term thinking and focused effort rather than being attained quickly. By learning to be patient, we release ourselves from the need for quick fixes and make time for the process of ongoing development. Additionally, having patience helps us to remain optimistic in the face of difficulty. It supports our ability to maintain our fortitude and optimism in the face of obstacles or failures. Patience enables us to see obstacles as chances for growth and learning rather than giving up or getting discouraged. Knowing that every step, no matter how small, contributes to our overall progress, inspires us to keep moving forward. Moreover, exercising self-control and controlling our expectations are key components of developing patience. It entails being conscious of our feelings and inclinations, as well as deliberately selecting our reactions to circumstances instead of responding hastily. Patience enables us to pause, consider our options, and then respond in a composed and collected manner. We can make better decisions and stay focused on our long-term objectives by developing self-control. Resilience and patience go hand in hand. Musashi realized that in order to progress personally, one must inevitably encounter difficulties and roadblocks. But with perseverance, we build the fortitude to overcome these obstacles. In the face of hardship, we acquire the ability to adapt, modify our tactics, and endure. When we are patient, we can persevere toward our objectives, even in the face of sluggish or challenging progress. Furthermore, accepting the idea of postponed gratification is necessary for the development of patience. It entails being prepared to forgo comfort or instant gratification in favor of long-term benefits by postponing cravings and making an investment in our own development. We created the groundwork for future growth in patience that will lead to greater success and fulfillment. It is crucial to develop inner serenity and mindfulness. This can be achieved by practicing mindfulness, deep breathing techniques, or taking up hobbies that foster inner peace and encourage rest and introspection. We improve our capacity to handle difficult circumstances with poise and patience. That's why having patience is crucial to having a growth mindset. We can overcome obstacles with resilience, have an optimistic outlook, and remain dedicated to our long-term objectives by practicing patience. Being patient enables us to enjoy the process of personal development and recognize the advancements we achieve along the way. Number 10, have a long-term value. Miyamoto Musashi understood the value of longevity as a way to promote introspection and personal development. We can establish a more profound connection with ourselves, rejuvenate our energy, and acquire clarity in our thoughts and emotions when we carve out time for solitude. To value a long time, we must deliberately schedule time each day for solitude. It entails making room in a world full of noise and distractions for introspection, self-reflection, and introspection. Finding quiet times to ourselves can be a priceless gift that enables us to re-establish a long-lost connection with our inner selves. We have the chance to consider our past experiences, objectives, and moral principles. It's a chance for self-evaluation where we can see where we've come, what still needs to be done, and how our current actions fit into our long-term goals. A lengthy period of time offers a haven for reflection and self-discovery. Long periods of time also enable us to replenish and revitalize our energy. It gives us a respite from the responsibilities and stresses of everyday life. By removing ourselves from outside stimuli and partaking in enjoyable and soothing activities, we refuel our emotional and mental tanks. We can tend to our well-being and re-establish our inner balance when we take our time. Furthermore, appreciating our alone time encourages creativity and innovation. We can explore new ideas and connect with our innate creativity when we're not distracted by outside factors. We can think more deeply, form connections, and come up with new ideas when we are alone. These are the times when creative solutions and breakthroughs frequently occur. Longevity also helps us develop a sense of autonomy and self-sufficiency. Spending time by ourselves helps us to grow a strong sense of self and to learn to rely on our own company. We grow more at ease with our own ideas and feelings, which promotes a better comprehension and acceptance of who we are. Our capacity to make our own decisions, navigate life with confidence, and value alone time is strengthened by this self-awareness. It is crucial that we make time in our daily schedules for it. One way to achieve this is to schedule specific times in our calendars for alone time, such as early mornings, evenings, or particular days of the week. It might also entail turning off electronics and finding calm spaces that encourage reflection and relaxation. Long-term thinking is essential to personal development and introspection. We can develop a stronger sense of self-connection, refuel, stimulate our creativity, and gain independence by embracing solitude. Setting aside time for solitude is an effective way to support our personal growth and well-being. It takes a lifetime of perseverance, hard work, and a dedication to constant improvement to cultivate a growth mindset. By adopting Miyamoto Musashi's teachings, we can develop a growth mindset that enables us to take pleasure in the process, learn from our errors, Seek knowledge, actively welcome challenges, maintain consistency and focus, pay attention and adapt. Stay receptive to new information. Focus on your own development. Over time, cultivate patience and value. Together, we can take this life-changing journey toward personal development and realize our greatest potential by adopting a growth mindset. Motivated by Miyamoto Musashi's wisdom,